Thank you very much. And great to be here. My first time at this joint committee on autism, so wonderful to have it. And thanks to Cahirlach Micheál Carnegie. I just went through your opening statement, Mr. Carney, so thanks very much for the detail given there. You know, it is really important, as you've mentioned, we've 13,000 children, 13,000 children, that's 13,000 students, of course, with autism. That's a lot of families and households that are dealing with this as well. And it's really good to have this important focus. I was curious just about some of what was in your opening statement, just for your reference, 3,500 SNAs, because we had a group in with the Education Committee last week where I understood it was 1,000 at the moment and 500 that have previously been trained. So is that 3,500 over a number of years? So that's the first question. And then just secondly, obviously the census has just been done, 5.1 million, which is excellent. Lots of people wanting to come and live in Ireland. And of course, I want them to all come and live in the West. So, you know, take the pressure off Dublin. But the challenges we have, though, as well, in areas where I'm based, like Bannistow, is capacity. I mean, we have St. Teresa's School, the special needs school there, and of course dealing with moderate to severe complex needs as well, which is so important. But that graduation from primary to post-primary is going to be crucial. And just the role of the SNAs, I suppose just to understand a little bit better, with the SNAs, of course, if that's a primary school level support, what happens when you move into secondary school? You know, the SNAs, from what I understand, are not going to be providing care in each subject where the students are at secondary school level. And apologies if you might have commented on this before, but just if you might just highlight how that could be managed, and particularly with that increase that you see coming down the tracks. And that's going to be something I think is going to be really important, particularly where we already have issues of capacity now. In another few years, it's going to be even bigger pressure. Gurmagat.
Thanks, Deputy. Paula, will you take the query, so please, in relation to the SNA programme?
Yeah, so this was a recommendation that we made some time ago in relation to enhancing the role of the SNA and just providing with that professional development support. So the programme has been run over 3.5 years.
So that 3,500
so it was
years.
500 with the first year. We've 1,000 that have just completed, and they'll be graduating now September, October.
Do you see that can be rolled out at a regional level? Because we have 19,000 SNAs, so how do we roll out that level of education that we want to provide to our SNAs if we're only doing 1,000 a year? So would you see that other colleges could provide this and we could up the numbers been done each year?
So there are other colleges that have training courses currently. Right. So St Angela's in Sligo actually has a training programme and that has run for quite a considerable period of time. Excellent. It's just that this programme was developed specifically through the School of Education in UCD, and it's all delivered online. So it was actually developed at a time
during the lockdown.
Yes, it was. Yeah, and they actually.
Is there any value to having an in-person type engagement as well for SNAs?
I can speak to personally because I was actually involved in the training and the development of the autism module actually before I took the role here in the NCSE. So there has been internal evaluations that have done so far, and SNAs have really welcomed it as a course, and they say that it's empowered them an awful lot in relation to the work that they do. So it is being evaluated by the NCSE. So once that evaluation is available, you'll get a good sense of you know, the positive outcomes.
That's
and what I'd say is, I know you're saying,
how do we get more trained up? I know it's a great course. I know lots of people want to do it. And another issue, I suppose, is an awful lot of people are subbing, and it's only available currently to full-time, from what I understand. And we have a lot of people part-time. We want to get more people coming in to maybe doing this type of work. How do we support people who are subbing maybe and doing this type of work that could also maybe get access to some type of training? We're already, is that 19,000 that we have full-time positions? Are they all filled by what would you say, school roles? Do they all have roles within schools, or are those positions where people can come in and sub and then move to another school and sub for a few days? Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
there would be different arrangements applying in individual.
So it's up to the school?
It's up to the school
to say that even if somebody is subbing with them, that they're eligible to do this course?
Yeah, it's local school arrangements. And
so the school decides?
Yeah, it's the school. And as we know from our engagement with the school leadership groups, I mean, there is, like school leaders by and large are very strong in terms of supporting the CPD requirements of their staff. So there is a general endorsement of the SNA. Could I ask one
last quick question, Ciara?
Just wanted to end, Deputy O'Sullivan wants to get back in again, just please.
Sorry, I might just come back to you with a written response, if that's okay. Just very last thing is that SNAs who are subbing, who are going into schools, sometimes do not receive information about the child that they're dealing with. And I suppose, would you have any comments on that? So in other words, the teacher is managing this. I know they're subbing and they're coming into a school environment. Many schools are trying to manage through bringing sub-SNAs in.
I suppose that's that's a query for individual schools, but our role is very much to supporting best practice in terms of how to best
Letting the
embellish.
SNAs maybe have the knowledge in advance so that they know how best to manage the children.
Yes, we would have various TPL programmes,
Okay.
particularly for the deployment and supporting and then embellishing the SNA role in schools. And part of that practice that you alluded to would certainly be encapsulated within the programme offering that we have.
Thank you. Sorry.
Thank
you very much.